Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with Map Tie On, welcoming you to week 12 of our global geography course. Now, for centuries, maps and geographic thinking have inspired people to explore and investigate places that were little known to them. In our modern world, maps are still used for exploration, but increasingly these explorations tend to be thematic, focused on issues and challenges facing people and the planet. One theme is the intertwining challenges of human health, social and racial equity, and environmental justice. Geographers are particularly suited to build tools, use technology, and apply spatial thinking skills that support efforts to build a more equitable and sustainable world. Many geographers are showing how GIS and mapping tools are critical for launching social justice initiatives because these tools help organizations identify inequities, define needs, plan and target projects for alleviating those inequities and improving the lives and health of people. Patterns of health, social issues, and environmental inequities occur across multiple scales, from global pandemics, a local community's history of segregation, of locations of natural disasters or plumes of hazardous waste near residential neighborhoods, and so on. These are spatial phenomena where issues of health, equity, and environmental justice are interconnected and can be effectively learned in tandem, in conjunction with each other. Patterns of health, equity, and environmental justice are influenced by cultural heritage, political geography, history, the physical environment, and much more. We won't have time in this course to fully investigate these important issues, but I hope it's enough to give you a sense of, yes, they're important, and number two, that they're geographic in nature. These patterns can be complex, and therefore a well-rounded approach to studying them within a spatial context requires careful thought about the readings and activities in the other modules in this course. So it's all connected, folks. It's not just this module standing by itself. Now, in nonprofit organizations, government, industry, and academia, GIS and visualizations are increasingly used in analyzing these issues. No longer are these issues seen in isolation, and bridge building tools such as modern GIS offers an excellent set of tools for looking across disciplinary, physical, and cultural boundaries. The advent of qualitative spatial analysis also is important in these issues. No longer is GIS limited to just quantitative data, something I can actually physically measure, like a water quality measure. To chart a more resilient, equitable future, an important theme in this course, you students, as future decision makers in society, need to understand the geographic aspects of health, equity, and environmental justice. A geographic approach enables examining linkages and relationships across geography, sociology, psychology, social justice, environmental science, data science, public safety, communications, and many other disciplines. Keep the geographic perspective in mind as you take these other courses. Now, considering data quality issues, with increased use of maps in our world, it's inevitable that some of those maps will be of poor or insufficient quality. Data quality refers to the most appropriate scale, resolution, and content to communicate a geographic issue, whether the issue is energy, water, population, or anything else that we've examined in this course. Data quality impacts the quality of your maps and knowledge that people gain from your visualizations, maps, infographics, etc. Even more importantly, you are responsible for ethical, wise decision-making, no matter what your role or job will be in the future. So cultivate this while you're still a student. Data quality affects your own decisions and decisions of people around you. This is especially true in today's modern world. In this course, you've learned that anybody can create maps and share them online using rich data sets and GIS tools. So millions of people could be viewing your maps and analysis. With great power comes great responsibility. Exercise that responsibility wisely. And I have you look into some data quality issues. For example, believable maps. Maps tend to be believed. Another one is fun maps. If they're fun, do we need to have a critical eye on those fun maps that are shared? Favorite foods in every state, that sort of thing. Yes, we do, I argue. Not that I want to take away the fun aspect of these, but be critical of those as well. And also that maps are easy to create. And there's other data quality scenarios I lay out for you to dig into. And then considering ethical issues in mapping, be honest and accurate. That's one of the map makers' mantras. Be honest and accurate in the things that you're doing. Be transparent and accountable. Minimize harm and seek to provide value. And be humble and courageous. I love that. Be humble and courageous in your work. In our investigations, we will look at Repo Man. Repo Man. What do I mean by Repo Man? Well, you'll have to get into this week's course to find out. And then what we're going to do is look at change over space and time with a tool called Gapminder. Look at GDP per capita and other things. Gross domestic product per capita. This week we've got our place is going to be the Waireki geothermal plant in New Zealand. Our thought leader is going to be the ESRI Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Garrity, in her story. The tool is going to be Gapminder's Dollar Street. We've got videos and photos of people in their own homes all around the world. How equitable is the distribution of wealth, homes, etc. The event is going to be a historical analysis of a community, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in this case. And the geographic oddity for this week is going to be the Love Canal, New York, and the Valley of Drums, Kentucky. They are interesting, but they sound like lovely places. You know, the Love Canal. They're not nice places, okay? And you'll understand why when we get into it. It has to do with environmental justice and some history behind those places. So the activities, this week we've got 2 important activities, which I hope you'll find relevant and interesting. We're going to study historic redlining. Now, redlining is the discriminatory and now illegal practice of refusing someone credit, loan, or insurance, or adding unfair terms in those contracts based on race or ethnicity. Now, the term comes from red lines real estate lenders drew on their maps, marking predominantly black or mixed race neighborhoods in the past, predominantly in the 1930s. But it impacted home ownership, and its impacts can still be seen today. So we're going to look at redlining. And number 2, we're going to look at internet access. Now, one important component of human well-being is actually internet access in our modern age. Internet access affects people's everyday lives, ability to take online courses, accessing your health care, connecting with family and friends, finding a job. Some households around the world have broadband, stable internet access, others do not. And this is what is in part what is known as the digital divide. Thus, internet access is not just a technological issue, it's a social issue. It's an equity issue. So we're going to look at those 2 things, redlining and internet access. Again, it's not everything that we could do on these issues, but I hope it's enough to get you thinking spatially and geographically and thinking, I want to find out more about those things. Even after the course ends, I want to investigate those in more detail. This week in our Week 12, which is part 1 of 2 of equity, environmental justice, and social issues. I don't know what I'm up against. I don't know what it's all about. I've got so much to think about. Hey, I think I'll map it. So what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a map there is no cure for. Oh, I digress once again. I will see you in the course. Thanks, folks. Map on.